Welcome to the AJ Awesome Show, a show about my favorite things. Today, this is episode 2 out of 4 episodes of my Starrcast and All-In weekend. I hope you like it. We went to Busted Open Radio to say hi to my good friend, Bully Ray.
That's AJ. He's trying to work his way onto the stage. I know, yeah, he's a big interview guy. He likes to interview old wrestlers. He's like 7 years old. His parents brought him up here so he can steal all of our spotlight. I know what you're doing.
So maybe at some point we're going to have AJ come up on our set. Great job.
What's your name and where are you from?
My name's Will, and I came all the way from Connecticut to Chicago for All-In.
What are you most excited for All-In?
For All-In, I am looking forward most to Joey Janela versus Hangman Page.
What do you think is the best thing that's happened in Starrcast so far to you?
So far with Starrcast, all the wrestlers that I've been able to meet.
That's the end. Thanks for the interview. We went to the video game tournament, and there I sat and watched the whole thing. And I met Noelle Foley, too. I took a picture with all the cardboard cutouts from Marty Karaoke, and I interviewed Simon Green. Why did you start wrestling?
I started wrestling because I cannot sing or dance. I have no other applicable skills anywhere in the world.
Who do you think is the best wrestler in WWE right now?
The best wrestler in WWE right now is Cesaro.
If you could choose to have 3 wishes granted, what would you wish for?
If I could choose to have 3 wishes, what would they be? Let's see. An unopened Ren and Stimpy #1 comic book. A signed photograph from Mr. Billy West, the voice of Stimpy. And a DVD box set of only the first 2 seasons of Ren and Stimpy.
What is your favorite ice cream flavor?
Oh, mint chocolate chip.
How do you feel about being a part of Starrcast?
It's way better than not being a part of it. If you're not a part of Starrcast, you probably are not happy right now because this place is great.
How would you describe your wrestling style?
Unpleasant.
That's the end. Thanks for the interview.
Thank you, AJ.
What is your name and where are you from?
My name is Shanine Shelby, and I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
What are you most excited for at All-In?
For tomorrow, I'm most excited about seeing the villain wrestle. Because I was at the karaoke event yesterday, and I saw how everybody is super excited about him as a character, as a wrestler, and I want to see him wrestle in person. I've never seen him wrestle in person before.
What is the best thing that's happened in Starrcast so far?
What is the best thing that's happened? Well, I did get to sing at the karaoke yesterday. It was super fun, and the best thing about that is that you were there.
That's the end. Thanks for a short interview.
Okay, thank you.
I was happy that I was able to interview Alicia Atu. How did you become involved with wrestling?
I've been a wrestling fan since I was about 2 or 3 years old because of my dad. So I've been a wrestling fan for such a long time that when the music side of my website, my interview site got big enough, I started interviewing wrestlers. And after my first one, I was just hooked. And I'm sure, as you know, you just never turn back.
Who was your favorite wrestler when you were a kid?
Chris Jericho, Y2J. Anytime he comes out of that the backstage, you see him coming down that ramp and you're just like, oh my gosh, there's something so captivating about him. He always had the cool jackets. He's pretty cool, right? So he's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time.
Hey, Bubba Ray's over there.
We were just talking about Bubba Ray. Do you want to say hi? Like a little wave?
Sure.
Yeah? Bully. He's very busy talking right now. He's focused.
What match are you the most excited for at All-In?
Ooh, that's so tricky. Okay. I have to go with Kenny Omega against Pentagon Jr. I think I'm just really representing Canada right now with Jericho and Kenny Omega, but I think that's going to be such a phenomenal match. I've seen Pentagon Jr. or Penta El Zero Miedo wrestle so many times now, so going head to head is going to be a phenomenal match.
I think the match that I'm most excited for is the Cody versus Nick Aldis.
Massive Cody Rhodes fan. You want him to win? Yeah? Me too. But don't tell Aldis that.
What is the proudest moment of your career?
Oh my gosh, that's such a difficult question. I think the proudest moment is that this is what I am doing. I'm interviewing. I'm doing what you're doing. And that's my proudest moment because when I first started, I never thought that I'd have half of the legends that I've had on my site. And I've been able to interview my heroes. So my proudest thing is I stuck to it and I get to do this as a job. It's amazing.
What is your favorite interview you've ever done?
Oh, this is so tough, AJ. I'll say one of my favorites of all time was interviewing Mick Foley, who is now a friend of mine, which is very surreal to say. So Mick Foley's definitely up there. How about you?
My favorite interview, I think, was Kurt Angle or Cody.
Okay, both some pretty big names right there, right?
Do you have any predictions for All In?
I do have a prediction for All In, and this is not any backstage spoilers or anything. I genuinely just think this. I think Flip is booked. I think that Cody somehow booked Flip or someone behind the scenes booked Flip, and I think we're going to see a Flip Gordon appearance at All In. So if that happens, fingers crossed, that'd be amazing.
I think Flip will be a part of the Battle Royal because there's 4 places left.
And it's over budget, so it's like they can pay to bring him in.
Who is the most underrated talent in wrestling today and the most overrated, and why?
Ooh, most overrated? I'm actually signing next to him. His name is Maxwell Jacob Friedman, and he thinks he's better than you, but he's not. He's just a big bully. The most underrated is really hard because there are so many buddies of mine who are great wrestlers. I don't know if I can choose one, AJ, so I might have to stick with just the overrated one for now.
That's the end. Thanks for the interview.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
You're welcome. What is your name and where are you from?
My name is Gary, and I am from Buffalo, New York.
What are you the most excited for at All In?
At All In, I'm most excited to see Kazuchika Okada. He's my favorite. I like New Japan, so I can't wait to see him.
What is the best thing that's happened to you at Starrcast so far?
Starrcast so far, all of the different meet and greets that I've had with the different wrestlers. I can't just pick one.
That's the end. Thanks for the interview.
You're welcome.
I wanted to arm wrestle ACH for his title, but he said non-title only.
I just want you to know I've never lost an arm wrestle. Just want you to know that. Are you ready for this?
Are you using your body? You're not supposed to use your body? I'm pretty sure he's cheating. You got it. Just like over the top, live.
I think he broke his hand.
What's your name and where are you from?
I'm Roy, and I'm from Findlay, Ohio.
What are you most excited for at All In?
It's a tough choice between Cody versus Nick Aldis or Stephen Amell versus Christopher Daniels.
I agree.
100%.
What is the most best thing that happened in Starrcast so far?
To me, I got to call the last 5 minutes of Kenny Omega versus Okada with Kevin Kelly. That was fantastic.
In my opinion, I think it was watching the whole entire video game tournament.
Oh, I didn't get to see that. I was at Pro Wrestling Tees for the CM Punk meet and greet.
I don't like CM Punk.
Oh, well, you know, I didn't actually meet him. I just went to the store.
Yeah. That's the end. Thanks for the interview.
No problem. Have a good weekend, man.
I was happy to interview Jimmy Jacobs. Why did you start wrestling?
Why did I start wrestling? Well, I think anybody who's a wrestling fan or a fan of literally anything, you have that certain fantasy of doing it, right? There's always that, like, man, that would be so cool if. And so that's what I wanted to do when I was a kid, and then I just still wanted to do it, and I kept doing it, and I did it. That's all. What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a wrestler too.
Great, you can do it. That's awesome. That's the thing about this. Look at everybody here wanted to be a wrestler when they were a kid, and they just like, hey, they did it. Here we are.
How would you describe your wrestling style?
My wrestling style, I mean, I could describe my fashion style to you. I mean, it's a bit, can it be described? I mean, look at the shoes. Look at the shoes. She's not even getting the shoes. What about my shoes? You're missing my shoes. There it is. So that style. My wrestling style, I mean, I just try to keep up. I just try to survive nowadays, you know?
How do you feel about being a part of Starrcast?
This is historic. This is historic. I mean, look at all these people here that are here for not for WWE, not for anything that's televised. This is an independent. Here, let's square up to the camera here. See, this is what I do for a living. I produce things backstage. So when a wrestler's like talking this way, I say, hey, let's face the camera. So now the camera has a nice shot of both of us looking here. See that? That's what we do.
Who did you wrestle in your first match?
Ooh, my first match was in May 1st, 1999, far before you were born. And it was with a guy named Keith Cream at Lakeshore Wrestling Organization. It's great.
What is your all-time favorite movie?
My all-time favorite movie, if I have to say one, The Muppet Christmas Carol. Do you like the Muppets at all?
I don't really watch them.
Don't even know about the Muppets. It's all right.
Yay! I know about them.
Okay, good. I like them.
If you could pick anybody, who would be your tag team partner?
My tag team partner, jeez. I mean, for a long time, you know, Seth Rollins and I were a tag team. Probably before, how old are you now? How old are you? 8. So before you were born, Seth Rollins and I were a tag team. And that was good. That was a good tag team. Me and him. I don't know who else. Who else is good? Anybody else good out there? I don't know. What about you? Who's your favorite tag team partner? Who would it be?
I would pick Cody Rhodes.
Cody, that's not bad. Right.
What is something about you that would surprise people?
That would surprise people. Boy, what about me that would surprise people? I don't know if anything about me is too surprising. I think I'm like an open book. I think like you could look at me and be like, oh yeah, there's a guy that, he looks the way he looks, he acts the way he acts. I like the Muppets. I don't think that's surprising. Is that surprising? Is that a surprising thing? No, that's. Mom's like, no, that's not surprising at all. The way I live, I go to yoga, I meditate, I go to the gym. I mean, these are all things that I think you would look at me and be like, yeah, that seems about what that guy would do. I think what you see is what you get. This is what you see.
That's the end. Thanks for the interview.
All right. AJ, awesome. Thank you for the interview. Appreciate it, buddy.
You're welcome.
Yes.
I had a fun time interviewing Matt Stryker. Why did you start wrestling?
I started wrestling because when I was 7 years old, my daddy showed me a wrestler on TV, and I fell in love with it, and my dad was my best friend, so we bonded over it. And when I got older, I didn't know that I could be a wrestler. I thought people were just born a wrestler. So I had an opportunity to do it, and it was something that was my dream, and it's kept me close to my father for my entire life.
How do you feel about being a part of Starrcast?
For me, the highlight of Starrcast is sitting here in front of this wall, being interviewed by you, because I really believe that someone like you is going to be the future of this great sport, and I think the future is bright at Starrcast.
How do you describe your wrestling style?
How do I describe my wrestling style? Kind of like this.
Boring?
Well, some would say, but I am more along the lines of a technical wrestler. Sometimes I get a little goofy and do some comedy, but my favorite wrestlers are guys like William Regal and Dean Malenko and Kurt Angle, so I try to pattern myself after them, although I do a very poor job.
Who do you think is the best wrestler in WWE right now?
Ooh, that's a good one. It all depends on what kind of style you like. I think once Kurt Angle comes back, there's nobody better than him. I also like Dolph Ziggler, and I know that he's not there anymore, but to me, no one can beat up Brock Lesnar. Can you beat up Brock Lesnar?
Roman did.
Ooh, I think Brock Lesnar would eat you. Like, okay.
What was the favorite match you've ever wrestled and why?
Well, my favorite match, I would say, was against Kurt Angle. It was on Monday Night Raw. It was a gold medal challenge. I had to last 3 minutes. If I lasted 3 minutes, I would get his gold medals, and I lasted 2 minutes and 59 seconds, and I impressed Mr. McMahon so much that the next day he offered me a contract, and I got to go and call my dad and tell him, Dad, I made it. I'm a professional wrestler.
What is your favorite type of food?
Ooh, I love all kinds of food. In the summertime, my favorite is nectarines and barbecue drumsticks. And in the wintertime, my favorite is nectarines and barbecue drumsticks.
What advice would you give a new wrestler?
The advice I would give to a new wrestler is this. 1, make sure you finish school. 2, keep your mouth shut and your eyes and your ears open. 3, never think you're better than you really are. Always stay humble.
What is the proudest moment of your career?
The proudest moment of my career was when my dad told me that he saw me at WrestleMania. He called me up and he used to call me Butch. That was my name. Butch, I saw you get beat up at WrestleMania. And then I cried because my dream had come true.
What is your favorite Disney movie and why?
My favorite Disney movie is Nightmare on Elm Street. That's not a Disney movie, is it? I don't know. I like The Lion King, and I like Snow White, and I like Monsters, Inc., but that was by Pixar. And, yeah.
That's the end. Thanks for the interview.
Thank you, young man. I appreciate it very much. I hope you had fun.
I did.
Okay, I did too.
What is your name and where are you from?
I'm Quinn Patterson, and I'm from Terre Haute, Indiana.
What are you most excited for All In?
I think the Kenny Omega and Pentagon Jr. match is really going to be good.
What is the most exciting thing that's happened to you at Starrcast?
That's a tough question, man. I saw Christopher Daniels in the hallway, and I just met him there. I didn't have to pay $40. That was cool. So, but yeah, I mean, I just like how you get to see everybody in the hallways, you know?
I've talked to a couple people in the hallways too.
Really? Who all did you see?
I saw Scorpio Sky and that other guy from SCU.
Christopher Daniels? Or the other guy?
The other one that's not Christopher Daniels.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I did too. I met them both.
And I also met DDP.
DDP? Oh, was he cool?
I saw Hangman in the hallways.
Really? Yeah, he's having a meet and greet upstairs right now. But yeah, he was really cool. I saw him in the hallway too. You see the Young Bucks?
Yes.
Yeah, they're cool.
I saw Cody, I think.
Cody? Yeah, Cody's cool. I'm going to meet him tomorrow.
That's the end. Thanks for the interview.
Yeah, thank you.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of the AJ Awesome Show. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you next time.